What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to our channel. Today we are creating cream puffs. Start by sifting 12.6 ounces into a mixing bowl. This will prevent any clumping in the dough. Next, let's place into a saucepan 14 ounces of water and 3.5 ounces of unsalted butter. Once you begin to see the mixture boiling, you'll want to slowly add in the flour. Use a wooden spoon, being sure to be careful to incorporate the mixture. If you move it too fast, the flour will go everywhere. Next, turn off the flame and mix. You'll see that as you begin to mix it, it'll get a lot thicker. And the reason that we're going to leave it in the pan is so that the residual heat will remove any of the excess moisture that's left inside the dough. After it is all mixed, you'll want to transfer over the dough to a stand-up mixer bowl. You'll place the speed setting on low and begin incorporating the eggs one at a time. It's very crucial that you add the eggs in one by one, as it'll keep your recipe from being too runny. At this point, you'll see the dough is slightly elastic and shiny, and that's how you know it's done. Next, put the mix into a piping bag. Make sure you push out all the air bubbles and pitch the bag at the top of the mix. Here, Chef Fournier is adding a little bit of the mix onto a sheet tray to hold down the parchment paper. Grab your piping bag and place your dominant hand at the top to squeeze, while using your other hand to firmly keep the piping bag in place. I do want to remind you that you should preheat your oven before starting. If you have a convection oven, place it at 375 for about 20 minutes, and if you have a conventional oven, put it at 385 to 390 for about 20 minutes as well. Here, simply add a touch of water to the tips so that they don't burn while they're baking. While the cream puffs are baking, let's begin making the pâtissier. Start by bringing to a simmer 2 cups of whole milk. Then, in a mixing bowl, add 2 eggs and 1 egg yolk, 3.5 ounces of sugar with 0.8 ounces of cornstarch and 0.8 ounces of all-purpose flour. Once the milk has begun to slightly boil, you'll want to turn off the heat and let it cool for about 30 seconds. After those 30 seconds, you want to temper in the milk to the mixing bowl, but be careful, if you pour the hot milk into your eggs, it'll scramble. Next, pour your cream mixture back into your saucepan, turn the heat back onto low, then begin whisking for a few seconds. You want to keep whisking until it looks something like this. Here we didn't show a clip of how to make the whipped cream we're incorporating, but you can check out our other crepes video to see how. At first you want to whisk and incorporate, but then you'll use a plastic spatula to fold the rest of the whipped cream in. Add in a responsible splash of orange triple sec, then mix and add into a piping bag. Here we are making a chocolate ganache. Simply bring to a boil 1 cup of heavy whipping cream, then add 2 cups of dark chocolate. After the initial 20 minutes of cooking, you want to lower the temperature to around 290 to 280 for an additional 20 minutes. Then we'll proceed to the next step, which is cutting into them. Here it's really your choice on whether you want to make the holes like this or cut them in half. Next, let's take the pastry cream we made earlier and stuff these puffs. Next, dip the tops into the ganache and let them cool for a little bit. Set these in the fridge for about 15 to 20 minutes, then you pull them out and enjoy.